निधाय हृदि विश्वेशं विधाय गुरुवन्दनं बालानां सुखबोधाय क्रियते तर्कसङ्ग्रहः.
Welcome to my new discussion on Prama and Aprama in Tarkasangrah, presented by Feel for Philosophy.
One that we all deal with, consciously or not. How do you know what's actually real? I mean, really know. How can you be sure the world you're experiencing is, well, the real deal? It's a huge question, and people have been trying to answer it for thousands of years. Just think about it for a second. Have your senses ever lied to you? You know they have. Come on, we've all been there. You see a friend across a crowded room, you start waving like a maniac, and then, as they get closer, you realize it's a complete stranger. Oof. That little moment, that brief, awkward illusion is exactly what we're digging into today. And look, you're not the first person to get tripped up by this. Way back, thousands of years ago, an Indian school of thought created this incredible system, the Tarkasangrah. The best way to think about it is like an instruction manual for your brain, a guide specifically designed to help you sort out what's true from what's just a trick of the mind. So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to look at their map of all knowledge to see how our thoughts even get organized. Then, we'll get into what they call true knowledge, or Prama. Next, we'll look at the flip side, false knowledge, or Apramā. And finally, we'll bring it all home with the ultimate reality check. Sound good? Let's go. Okay, first up, a map of all knowledge. See, before we can even hope to tell truth from illusion, this system says we have to understand the filing cabinets in our own minds. How do we categorize everything we think and experience? This is the foundational layer. And you know what? It's actually pretty straightforward. It starts with this big picture idea called booty. That's basically everything going on in your head. Now, that gets split into two main piles, remembrance, which is just memory, and new experience, called Anubhava. And we're going to focus right there on new experiences, because that's where the magic happens. It splits one last time into true experiences and false ones. This right here, this is the fork in the road we need to understand. So that brings us to our second stop, defining true knowledge, or as they called it, Pramā. This is the system's crystal clear definition for when you get it right, when what you perceive is a perfect one-to-one match with reality. This is our gold standard. So what exactly is Prama? The formal definition is true cognition, but let's just break that down. It's any experience that correctly and accurately mirrors what's actually out there in the world. No fuzz, no mistakes, just clean, reliable knowledge. The original Sanskrit text puts it like this. Now, don't get hung up on the words. The meaning behind it is so elegant and simple. It basically says, the quality you're perceiving in something is actually present in that something. That's it. What you think is there is really there. Let's make this super concrete. Imagine you're looking at a piece of silver. Okay, so in this system, the physical object itself is the locus, the silver. The quality that pops into your mind is the qualifier, that idea of silverness. Since the silverness you're thinking of is actually in the object you're looking at, boom, you have a perfect match. That, my friends, is Pramā. Okay, but what about all those times we get it wrong? Well, that leads us right into our third section, defining false knowledge, or Apramā. This is the other side of the coin, the system's explanation for all our mental slip-ups and illusions. Apramā is, you guessed it, false cognition. It's any experience that misrepresents reality. This is when there's a serious disconnect between what's in your head and what's in the world. It's that exact moment you realize you've been waving at a total stranger for the last 10 seconds. And again, the original Sanskrit just nails it. This phrase essentially translates to, you perceive a quality in an object where that quality is absent. Did you catch the key word there? Absent. The thing you think you're seeing just isn't there. Let's go back to our example. This time, you're on a beach, and you see a bright, shiny object. For a second, you think, ooh, silver. The object, the locus, is actually a seashell, but the quality in your mind, the qualifier, is silverness. Because that quality of silverness is totally absent from the shell, you've got a mismatch, a classic textbook case of Apramā. All right, it's time for our final section, the ultimate reality check. This is where we put it all together. Seeing these two ideas, Pramā and Aprama, right next to each other is where this whole ancient system just clicks into place. Look at this. The entire difference boils down to one simple thing, what we're calling the reality check. For Pramā, true knowledge, the quality you're thinking of is present in the object. For Apramā, false knowledge, that same quality is absent. That is it. The whole system hinges on one question. Is the idea in your head actually in the thing in front of you? Yes, trust it. No, it's an illusion. When you get right down to it, this whole framework is designed to be a cognitive filter. It's a tool you can use to process all your new experiences, sorting the trustworthy ones from the illusions. It helps you separate the real signal from all the mental noise. So this ancient system provides a really powerful filter for knowledge. But it makes you think, right? In our totally chaotic, modern world, with information flying at us from every direction, what filters are you using every single day to decide what's real and what's not? Something to think about.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support encourages me to create more content. Thank you.